This is a fast test. All right, so number 7, they're going to say 3 consecutive even integers. Did we talk about this? I can't remember. It was. I thought maybe it was. Yeah. That means like numbers like 12, 14, 16 or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? 3 even numbers in a row, right? Consecutive.
Yeah.
Right? So 3 even numbers in a row. Okay. So they're saying 3 even numbers in a row, and they're saying the first one is x. This is section 2.4. We're finishing or doing more of section 2.4. So I don't know that they're really 12, 14. I don't know what they are, They're just saying the first one's x, and they're going to ask you on this word problem to find the second one and the third one. Does anybody remember how you do that? When you have, let me just make 24, 26, 28. I just picked 3 even numbers in a row. When you go from the first one to the next one, how...
By 2.
Yeah, it goes up by 2, doesn't it? Right? And then 2 more, huh?
Yeah.
Right? Even numbers always go up by 2 every time. So if this one's x, what's the next one? X plus 2. Very good. And then what's the one? It's got to be 2 more than that. So what's the next one? X plus 4. Excellent. That's all they want. Oh, no, I think they want you to add them together too. Yeah. And then finally they say add together. So then if we add x and x plus 2 and x plus 4, what are we going to get? 1, 2. Remember, you do the x's separately. 1x, 1x, 1x. So that's 3x. And 2 and 4 is 6. And there we go. Is that okay on that? Getting the idea there? So, even integers, consecutive, which means in a row, even integers, up by 2, up by 2. So just start with x, up by 2, up by 2, and then add them up like terms. All right, consecutive even goes up by 2 every time. Okay? Okay, so I'm on number 9. In fact, why don't I just write it out nicer? So basically what it says, number 9 says 3 consecutive, is it even? Or was it consecutive integers? 3 consecutive integers. Sum is 87. Find them. All right, so now notice it says 3 consecutive integers, kind of like the last one, but there is a difference. What's different about, not just the 87, but what's different about this phrase right here from, let me go back, this phrase right here? There's one extra word.
Even.
Yeah, see how this is, it doesn't say it's not even, not odd. It doesn't say even or odd. It just says consecutive integers. So there's, so I don't know if I said it before or not, I don't remember. If they say let me write a little game plan for you. If they say consecutive even or odd, which they're not saying on this problem, but they will on some of them. If they say consecutive even or odd, those go up by 2 every time, don't they? Think about odd like 17, 19, 21, or 24, 26, 28. Those always go up by 2. So you would use x plus 2, x plus 4, that kind of thing, huh? But what if they just say consecutive? And they don't say even or odd, just consecutive. That'd be numbers like 21, 22, 23, or 78, 79, 80. Right? That's just consecutive, not even, not odd. So if they just say consecutive, how much do they go up by each time? Only 1. If they say consecutive, even, or odd, then they go up by 2 every time. See the difference in the setup? So this would be x plus 1, x plus 2. It's only going up by 1 every time. Everybody see that? So this will be exam 2. This isn't on tonight's test. This is exam 2 in 3 weeks. But you can put that in your 3x5 card. If you guys have a 3x5 card ready for tonight, right? Whatever you want to, you got a few minutes, you want to scribble something front and back, a 3x5 card, anything you want. Anyway, so consecutive, even or odd, go up by 2 every time. Just consecutive, that just means straight numbers. They only go up by 1 every time. Okay, so which case is ours? We're this case, huh? Because it just says consecutive. It doesn't say even or odd. All right, so that's what we're going to use. Let me get this out of the way now. So we're going to use that. And their sum is 87. Can you take it from there? Let me let you solve it from there. X plus x plus 1 plus x plus 2 is 87. Is that equation making sense? See what we did there? The first one plus the second one plus the third one, x plus 1, x plus 2. Added, they're all added, huh? Their sum, and it adds up to be 87. Is that good? Solve that equation? So what is x plus x plus x? 3x, and the 1 and the 2?
3.
Then x is saying what he's always saying. Want to be alone here, so what do we got to get rid of? Get rid of that 3. Let's bring this down. 3x is what? 84. Last step is always what when we're solving an equation? Last step's always divide, huh? Divide by 3. Boom. And so what it is? 28. Now, x, careful now. That's part of the answer, but that's not the whole answer yet. Yeah, that's just the x. Remember what we always do at the end of a word problem? It's not, what do we do with that x? Yeah, because that x is like the key. We still have to unlock the doors. It's the key. We can now open any door. Now we got to do it.
Formula.
Yeah, the doors are right there, aren't they? Yeah, go back to the formula. Exactly. So we just plug in the 28. Everywhere we see x, we got the key now. We unlock it, unlock it, unlock it. So it's 28, 28 plus 1, which you know is 29, and 28 plus 2, which is 30. So the three answers are actually 28, 29, and 30. Those are the three numbers on that. Is that good? All is well? Questions on that one? So there we go. We want to find the speed of each train. It's the sum of the speeds of two trains. Can you read all that? My writing's kind of shaky. Can you read all that? Two trains. So the sum of the speeds of two trains is 723.5. The first train speed is 10.5 miles an hour faster than the second. Find the speed of each train. So this is more the typical kind of word problem where we have two players in the game. First train, second train. We did some of these last time. I can't remember them now. But where we have a couple items, right? So it might help you to go over on the side of your paper and to write a formula for the first train speed and the second. And what is one of them always?
X.
One of them is x, always, huh? Gun. All right. Now you solved this whole problem on a telling story, right? Temperature of chicken matters.
Okay, so first train is x plus 10.5. And then we know 723 is...
It'd be fun to go on the tour and see the chicken gun. If they allow that. Allow me to shoot the chicken gun.
X.
All right, so one of these is x, right?
The first train is...
The second one is.
I think it'd be easier to let the second one be x.
Yeah.
little bit easier. You could do it either way. Why don't you let the second one be x? I think it'd be a little easier. It doesn't really matter a lot. One of them is x, and then what's the other one? Yeah, x plus 10.5 because the other one's 10.5 miles an hour faster. So how about, don't worry a lot about which one's which. We can always figure it out later. If it's really hanging you up, don't worry about it. Just don't even put the first and second. One of them's x, one of them's x plus 10.5. Are you getting the hang of it that one of them's always just simple x? And the other one or ones are all x formulas, aren't they? That's pretty much every time. I want to try to make this as same every time for you as I can, because I know that's what's hard about these, is they seem different, but really it's kind of like this. There's even on the consecutive stuff we were just doing, right? The first one was always just x, wasn't it? So pretty much every time in word problems, one of them is just simple x, and the other ones are all x formulas. Huh? You can pretty much count on that. And 10.5 fat. And how do you know what the other one is? Well, if it says more or faster or bigger or further, that's add. If it says less or closer or shorter, that's subtract. Those are all subtract words. And times would be times. So just say, okay, 10.5 faster, that's just add. Okay, now, can you write an equation? It's right up here, right?
2x plus 10.5 equals 723 minus.
That's going to be x plus 10.5 plus x. Either order, you can put the x first, it doesn't matter what order, equals 723.5. That good? So x and x, 2x. That good? 1x and 1x, 2x. X is saying I want to be alone. So what do we do to get x alone? Subtract the 10.5. It's gone right there. And what is that? 713? Last step is always divide. And so we get x is 356.5. Thank you. 356.5. Now that's x. That's the key. And with that key, we can unlock all the doors now. That's not the whole thing yet. We still have to go back and unlock the doors, right? That's the key, though. We've got the key now. So take that back, and we say, okay, x, everywhere the mystery's over, everywhere we see x, we now know what x is. It's that 356.5. So go back and say, okay, put it in right here, 356.5, and put it in right here, 356.5. So this one is 356.5 plus 10.5. So what's that? That's 3. What is it? 67. Thank you. 367. And this one just stays 356.5. There's the two train speeds. Is that okay? Do you see how I finished that one up? Is that good on that? See what happened. Right? All right, so once you get x, that is the key. You just take that key and you go back and you unlock the doors, right? Meaning you plug into the formulas for that one. Is that good? And I think, you know what? I know some people get bugged by the first, second thing. Even if you didn't put that on, you would have no problem at the end. Watch how easy it would be for you. Because at the end, they're going to say, all right, what's the first one? What's the second one? Well, you'll know because, look, you can just go back. Because you got this one, 356, and you got this one, 367. And then you go back to the words, and it says, the first one is faster. First is faster, huh? So you know which one's the first one, right? If I give you these two numbers, and I say the first one is faster. So which one's the first one? The bigger number, yeah. So you won't have any trouble identifying at the end. If you want to just leave those labels off, the first one's got to be the 367, and the other one's a little bit slower, 356.5. Either way, those are fast trains. Yeah.
right here on my calculator,
Yeah.
I try to divide.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Give me what-
Yeah. Anybody else got that? Let me show everybody. What are those crazy things we have able to know? I mean, no, it's a great thing, actually. Anybody else got the, what's it called, Casio National Display? If you ever get a decimal or fraction or whatever, and it's bugging you, and there's also manuals out, it's a good question. And you just hit the, what is it, SD? There it is. The SD button. SD, and it'll change between decimal, fraction, back and forth. So hit the SD, and it'll change it. You hit it again, just keep changing. Yeah, just like that. It's real nice. It just rotates through the different versions like that. That's right. You guys were doing that earlier, right? Didn't you have that same issue a couple weeks ago? Yeah. Right. So make sure, use the SD button. It's really nice. You all find it? Who have Casio National Displays? Oh, you have TI, right? You have TI. It's a little different on that.